Hello, thank you for purchasing Grave Discover software. This demo is for the Harpersville Cemetery in Breckenridge, Texas. Feel free to give us a call or send us an email if you have any questions after watching this tutorial. I'll jump right into it. Right now you're looking at the public mapping side. So once you enter in all the information, the public will be able to pull up your map, do some searching over here as far as finding where people are buried at within your cemetery or where any graves at that are for sale in the cemetery, and those will be mapped. I have done one demo listing, so I'll go ahead and do a last name of Smith, do a search, and I'll kind of show you what that looks like. So here's a pin placement of a grave site with the last name of Smith. I can click on this and we have a pop-up bubble here. Please email us or give us a call if you want specific information inside this pop-up bubble. I don't have any images uploaded, so the image will show up, but if you want any additional information, just let us know and we can make sure that information shows up in the pop-up bubble. So, and that is how all these other searches work. You just search and it will place a pin on the locations that match your search. So what I really want to focus on with this tutorial is the administrative side where you'll be entering the data. So we'll be emailing you over a link with a username and password, and once you log in, this is what you'll see. So it brings you to an add new space. So all of the graves in your software are called spaces, so treat each individual grave as a space. This screen's broken into several columns here. We have the space information, the owner information, the occupant information, reserved for, documents and images, and other information. Now, if any of these fields need to be changed, adjusted, or add a new field, please let us know. These are totally customizable. Just let us know what you need, if there's a field missing or if there's a field that you guys feel that you don't need. So if I'm adding a new space to the cemetery or a new grave site from my records, the first thing I want to do is always click on the status. Now the status is going to say, okay, is this grave not available? Is it for sale? Is it owned by somebody? Or is there's actually somebody buried here and it's occupied? So for this example, let's go ahead and click on occupied. Now, you're going to be able to identify each grave space in your cemetery by labeling it with a block, lot, a row, a space, a grave ID. Again, if any of these need to change and you have a different organizational structure to your cemetery, we'll customize that for you. So, for this example, which was block 1, lot 1, row 1, space 2, grave ID A3, and it's in section 12. We'll just kind of put some demo data in there. So once you've entered in that information, you can go ahead and click on Map Space. And what that is, that brings up a satellite image of your cemetery. So I'm going to zoom in here. I can definitely see your headstones on the cemetery. I will go ahead and click Add Pin up here on the top left. That's going to place this little pin marker, where I can click, drag, and drop it onto the location of the grave site. I click Save on the top left, and that saves the latitude and longitude coordinates. So once you do that, I will go ahead and enter in some other information here. Purchase amount 120. Let's say this grave was purchased on May 2nd of 2010. And then the occupant information, let's say this is Bob M. Smith, the last known address. Let's say he's from Dallas, Texas. This is how is this occupant related to the owner that's here? Let's say it's the son of the owner. Let's say this person is an Army veteran. Here's the date of birth. Here's the date of death. And then the date of burial if you have that information. So once you've entered in all the information that you want on this grave space, on the bottom right, there's a Save button. Before I get to that, there's also some documentation that you could upload. So if you have any images of the headstone, any images of the person, you could browse and upload those here. Also, we allow you to do any PDF or Word document uploads. If these need to be changed, some of our customers have obituaries or other documents they like to upload per grave space. Just let us know what those are, and we can get these relabeled for you. And then if you need any other fields under other information, go ahead and let us know. We can add some other fields under here. So once you've entered in all the information you have on file about this grave location, go ahead and click Save on the bottom right. Now what that does, that actually adds to a page called Manage Spaces. So if I click on that over here, that brings up the Manage Spaces page. Now the Manage Spaces has every single grave space in your cemetery. And you see it has the columns for block, section, lot, row, grave space, all of that information. So now that I just entered in a new grave of a occupied location, we have 2 in there with the last name Smith. So what I'm going to jump back into the public side. I'm going to do another search for the last name Smith, and now you can see there's those 2 records. So here's the one I just placed right here on your map. Let me jump back into the administrative side. So Manage Spaces is a great way where you can sort with these columns if you're trying to find a grave. And then again, if you're going to add a new grave space to the cemetery, you just click Add New Space and then fill out the information. So let's say for this example, you enter in some information and you need to go back in and edit it. So if I need to edit this grave space here, let's say I spelled he goes by David, maybe I need to change that. I can click this little pencil here and change the occupant from Dave to David. Go down here or make any other updates that I need to. Click Update. And you can see that changed to David there. So the Manage Spaces, again, is going to how you go in and manage the information or change any information. And then the Add New Space is adding a new space into the system that's not currently digitized, or possibly it's on paper and you need to type it in. Manage Cemetery, these are things you probably don't really need to touch. These are just lines up with your location information on about this cemetery. Manage Advertisements. What this is, this allows you to put a slideshow down here of graphics, and I'll kind of show you what that looks like on one of our other demos. Let me put the link in right here. So you can actually upload images right here into a slideshow. So funeral homes, flower shops, those types of things those types of businesses may want to advertise on your satellite map. So to add a new advertisement, Manage Advertisements, on the top right, there's Add Advertisement. You can click this little browse button and upload an image from your computer. Now, donation setting is an option on your cemetery. We haven't turned it on. If you guys do donations, please let us know. But if you want to do donations, you just enter in information of where to send checks to, and we can actually add a PayPal button if you want to take donations through PayPal. Just let us know if you guys want us to activate that setting. And then there's also a log out button. That will get you out of the system. So just to recap, the Add New Space, this is where you'll probably be quite a bit if you're entering a new information off paper. Just click Add New Space, add a burial, or add the grave information, who's buried where, click Save, and you can just keep adding more and more after you click Add New Space. And then once you get several in there, or your entire cemetery's in there, click on Manage Spaces, and this is where you'll go in and either change, delete, or edit the information you've entered. Please let us know if you have any questions. Hopefully that was a good tutorial, kind of show you a good overview of how to use the software. Again, call us at 712-210-6088 or send me an email, sales@gravediscover.com, and looking forward to speaking again. Thanks a lot.